Today I'm going to show you one of the things we kind of put together for the hackathon that took place in Madrid. It was called Block and Change, and I got a few feedback from people hacking at the hackathon, and also from people of the community. About this, about a boilerplate, about a hard hat boilerplate that we just put together, and I'm going to show you all that. So let's go. I'm going to hide this and hide this too. Okay. Right. So this is a hard hat template. So it's a hard hat project and even a template. And I wanted to show you guys how to go through this. If you want to use, it's ideal to use it for hackathons or for quick prototyping. And it's really ideal for beginners. You have everything that's already in place. So it's kind of better than launching a hard hat project from scratch. Why that? Because we have everything is super up to date. And so, yeah, it's using TypeScript, Ethers version 6, Open Zeppelin contracts, and the Hard Hat Verify plugin. Talking about the Hard Hat Verify plugin, we recently added the support of Arthera for the something called Sourcify that allows you to verify your contracts, and this will be available in a few days, meaning that if you always can verify your contracts manually, but using this one, we will be able to verify the contract programmatically, and that's a lot better because it makes it more really more simple. So let's go. I'm going to go ahead and create a new repository from this template that I'm going to call Hyper ICO. Hyper ICO. I'm going to make it public. All right, I have my repository here. And there I actually have two options. I can clone it locally, or I can use the code space. So I would just open a code space and just do what I have to do there in the browser. So I'm not going to do this now, but because I kind of prefer sort of my own VS Code. And so, yeah, I'll just show you how to do that. So there I'm using VS Code, and I'm going to clone that repository. I'm going to open it here. Okay, this is a very basic hard hat project. So you have, so what we have, these are some GitHub actions to actually test the what you just done. When you pull request, you have a certain number of checks, and if the checks don't pass, then you obviously can't merge your pull request. So this is also in place in this template. Then we have a contract folder. We have a script folder. There we use it to deploy that contract, which is by the way a very basic ERC20 token. Then you also have two tasks. a mint task and a send task. I'm going to get into that in a moment. And these are the unit tests for this contract. This is the .env.template file. This is the git ignore, so there you can put the files that you don't want to see in the repository, typically the .env file. I'm going to get into this in a few seconds. This is prettier stuff to sort of format your code. It's already in place just for you guys. This is the license. This is the package.json. For those who don't know, that's what we use when we do. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to install what we call the dependencies, meaning the node modules that are here that we actually need to run the hard hat project. Okay, that's done. This is the pnpm log file to kind of keep the right versions of these packages that we use. This is the README file. This is the store.json file where we will just put the the address of the contract we're going to deploy, and the tsconfig file. So the first thing I want to do when I sort of create a Solidity contract project with a template like this is to run the test. Let's see what happens. Okay, so there I have these 3 tests passing. As you can see on the README, there's something I didn't do, is to create that .env file where we will actually store the private key that we're going to use to deploy the contract on Arthera. So there I happen to have a private key. And that's basically it. I think I'm good to go. So yeah, we're gonna get back to the test in a bit, but first I'd like to just show you guys how to deploy to Arthera. So you have that very simple command. Let's see if that works. Okay, it wants the it's saying that it doesn't recognize the private key there because I didn't replace it. So I'll just do that. And let's try again. And that's it. There I have deployed a basic ERC20 on Arthera. So we can check what happened on chain. Going to the Explorer. And this is it. Here we see a contract deployment transaction. And we also see that like 10,000 units were transferred to my own account. Why that? Because it was actually defined there in the constructor, right? There we have a mint. And if I show you the deployment script, there we see that I choose this sort of initial mint, right? So now I can go ahead and see if we can use the other commands that are available. So there I'm going to mint 42 units using this very simple command. Okay, that's done. And if I want more, I can do that too. There are 42 million units just for me. And here I am. I'm now a basic millionaire. So, so yeah, that's something I wanted to show you guys. And then you also have another. So I can show you maybe the mint task here, where it basically calls the mint function that we have implemented here. So it's that function. And since it is like a standard ERC20 token, I can use the transfer function. So let's see if I can send 8 units. Yes. There, I just sent 8 units to let's see. Yeah, so this, as you can see here, this is kind of a shortcut to launch this command. And I can eventually change a few things. Let's say I want to send 8 million units to, let's see, to Satoshi. This is my Satoshi address. So we're gonna send this guy 8 million units of that basic token. Let's see what it gives. So that's the full command as opposed to the kind of shortcut. We don't call that a shortcut, it's a script. Right, that's done. How about we go quickly check the Explorer. Okay, there is my 8 million units sent to my Satoshi address. All right. Now, you probably want to use the boilerplate for your own project. As I said before, it's super practical for quick prototyping, for hackathons, or if you just want to check something in Solidity. Oh, it makes me think I forgot to tell you guys about the hard hat config file, where we take the private key that are located in a .env file. We're using, so we have 3 networks here. This is the hard hat default network, hard hat node. This is Gurley, if you want to also deploy to Gurley, you can. Sometimes you want to eventually compare with the deployment on Arthera, knowing that since Arthera is a layer 1 that is EVM compatible, you don't have to change anything in your contract. It's all there. You also can use all the tooling that was built previously for the Ethereum community, Ethereum and EVM community. And yeah, we're using this version of the Solidity compiler, and also enabled that optimizer. That's here and there. We can see that we also can verify programmatically the contract. So there, like there, I just added a condition saying that if it's deploying on Arthera, forget about the contract verification for now. But this will be enabled pretty soon in the coming days. Right. So that works pretty well. Now let's say my new project is, let's say, an ICO. Yeah, I wanted to show you the tests. So we're going back to the test. So usually what we do with the Solidity contracts, we do what we call test-driven development, TDD. This is pretty important because we want to check if the contract behaves the exact way as intended. Because right now we do things on testnet, but when it comes to mainnet and when it comes to, let's say, real money, it's kind of different. You want to make sure that everything works exactly as you want it, including the deployment and then interactions. And yeah, I'm also supposed to add, the test for each and every functions, and also all the events. You want to make sure that everything is working perfectly before you deploy to mainnet. So I'm going to, yeah, what I'm going to do is to add a price, let's say. And so I'm going to add a require in the mint function saying if you don't have the money, then you will not be able to mint. So we're going to require message that value is equal to 1 unit. Keep in mind that in Solidity it's written in a way, so I have to add 18 zeros. This is 18 zeros. And if this condition is not satisfied, we're gonna send a message to the user saying wrong AA amount. Okay, AA is the native currency of Arthera for those who don't know. So let's try that. Does that if you like, you can also just compile doing npx hard hat compile. It's probably going to fail. Yeah. Okay, it's so the compiler is telling me that the function must be payable, meaning that I'll just add this right after the public. I'm going to save that, compile again. Okay, we're good to go. So now I can go ahead and launch the test and see what happens. All right, so what happened? Okay, I have 2 passing tests, and as expected, this test actually failed. Why that? Because so I'm going to show you the test. Where is it? There. Because there, our user, in our case, it's I think it's Alice, but she tried to call the mint function, but she didn't pay anything, so the transaction reverted, and it even reverted with our message here. All right, so what we'll just do is to add an option. This is the name of the function. This is one parameter. That's one unit to be minted. And so I'm going to add an option. So I'm going to send a handful of native currency here. And that's going to be like 1 AA. So let's try that. I'm not even sure that will work. Yes, okay, that worked. So this is the sort of a start if I want to do an ICO. Of course, in an ICO contract, you have a lot more conditions, a lot more. You want to let maybe some admin set the price of the asset, etc. But that was like, basically to show you guys how to use that boilerplate. So now that I have made a few changes. So what I'm going to do is to push my changes to my newly created repository. So there we can review the changes. Let's see if everything's okay. So I added that crazy new feature in the contract and made the changes also in a unit test file. And so, I'm satisfied with it. So I'll just add these changes, add a comment to my commit. I'm gonna say add crazy feature, commit, and then yeah, I'm not supposed to do that directly like this, but let's see. We're gonna do it the clean way if you don't mind. So I'm gonna undo that commit, and I'm going to create an issue, right? So I want to add a specific feature. So add paywall. Let's call it like that. It's an enhancement. I'm creating this issue. And then from the issue, I'm going to create a branch that I'm going to check out, meaning I'm going to switch branch locally using these two commands. And there I actually switched from the main branch to the add paywall branch. And there I'm going to commit and push. All right, that's done. And there, yeah, GitHub is telling me that something happened. There were some changes, so I can actually, yeah, have a look at the changes there. And there I'm going to call it add paywall. Assign it to myself and create what we call a pull request. Okay, yeah, I was waiting for the checks. So the checks, just for info, they are defined in the in this node.js.yml file, and it basically what it does is that is just it installs the dependencies and then run the test. So let's see what it gives. Okay, so it's telling me that all checks have passed. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's the sort of automatic test. And this is important because we want, especially in an open source project, we want everyone to be like on the same page, and we want the whole process of adding new features to be transparent and to be also readable, so that new potential contributors, including external contributors, can understand what happened, right? And so as we can see here, where's that? Install implement. Run tests. There. So there we recognize the installation of the node modules, and there we can see our tests, right? So the new feature that I just pushed, so they are the exact same tests that we have here. And usually in an open source project, it's kind of required to have all the tests passing, right? Because sometimes you can add a feature that actually breaks something else in the project, and this is no good. We don't want that. So that's why we have this in place. So yeah, there everything is okay. So I can go ahead and merge this pull request. Add paywall. It's always good to have, of course, usually in an open source project, you have people that maintain the repository. So you probably want them to have a look and actually review what you've done before you can go ahead and merge, right? But there is just a personal project for prototyping, just testing stuff. So I don't need the review of anyone. So yeah, that's done. I have implemented a new feature for this project. And there you can see on the main branch, you can see the changes here, right? So I will add in the show notes the link to this template, and I hope you guys make a good use of it. And I hope you have a great day. Bye. See you.